Questions 1 through 10 on the 2009 Grade 10 Cayley Math Contest. The value of 10 squared minus 10 over 9 is 10 squared is 100 minus 10 over 9. 10 subtracted from 100 is 90. And that over 9, and that is equal to 10. So number 1, the answer is A. The graph shows the number of hours Deepit worked over a 3-day period. What is the total number of hours that he worked on Saturday and Sunday? Saturday he worked 6 hours, Sunday he worked 4 hours, and therefore that total is 10 hours. So number 2, the answer is E. 3 times negative 2 is equal to upside down triangle plus 2. So this is minus 6 is equal to that symbol plus 2, and therefore that symbol is equal to minus 8. So number 3, the answer is C. The square root of 5 plus n is equal to 7. What is the value of n? Take the square of both sides, and that gets rid of the square root, and this becomes 7 squared. So 7 squared is 49, and that is 5 plus n, and therefore n will be 49 minus 5, and therefore n is equal to 44. So number 4, the answer is D. 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 12 squared is equal to, we have 9 plus 16 plus 144, and if you add this all up, you get 169. Now they have answer choices in terms of squares, so 169 is equivalent to 13 squared, therefore that is the answer. So number 5, the answer is A. In the diagram, the center of the circle is O. The area of the shaded region is 20% of the area of the circle. The value of x is x over 360 degrees is going to be the equivalent area if you compare it. And they've already told you that is equivalent to 20%, which is 0.2. And there you go. That's what you have to solve. So x is going to be 0.2 multiplied by 360, and that is equal to 72. So number 6, the answer is D. In the diagram, PQ is equal to PR, and the angle QRP is 65. What is the value of x? So this is 90, this is 65. So since if I call this, let's say y plus 65 plus 90 will be equal to 180, because the sum of the angles of a triangle equal 180. So solving for this, we get y is equal to 25. So this is an isosceles triangle since PQ is equal to PR, and therefore this angle is the same as this angle. So that means that x plus y is equivalent to 65. So we have 25 is equal to 65. So x is equal to 40. So number 7, the answer is E. When 3 consecutive positive integers are multiplied together, the answer is always, let's just take the first 3, and the answer should be the same regardless of what 3 consecutive positive integers we choose. So let's just choose 1, 2, 3. If I choose 1, 2, 3, their product, which is what happens when you multiply them together, is 6. Now let's look at the answer choices and compare it to 6. The answer is always odd. Well, 6 is not odd, so A is wrong. B, a multiple of 6. Okay, that's good. We'll keep that. C, a multiple of 12. Well, 6 is not a multiple of 12. D, a multiple of 4. 6 is not a multiple of 4. E, a multiple of 5. 6 is not a multiple of 5. So by process of elimination, the answer is B for number 8. Francis spends 1/3 of his day sleeping, 1/4 of his day studying, and 1/8 of his day eating. How many hours in the day does he have left? So 1/3 of 24, which is 8, is sleeping. And then 1/4 of 24, which is 6, is spent studying. And then finally 1/8 of 24, which is 3, is spent eating. So total 8 plus 6 plus 3 is 17. So of the 24 hours in a day, the 17 hours are used up, and now what's remaining is 7 hours. So number 9, the answer is D. The floor of a rectangular prism has an area of 12. The side has an area of 6 and the top has an area of 8. The volume of the prism is. We'll label this height, we'll label this length, and we'll label this width. So if you look at the 12 is basically representing length times height, and that is 12. If you look at the 6 over here, that represents h times w, and that is 6. And if you look at the top guy, this is L, this is W. So that means L times W is 8. So we have 3 relationships, and you can proceed in several ways here, but what I'd do is really quick, is you just multiply everything. So this times this times this. And if you do, you get L squared, W squared, and 8 squared. And on that side, you'll get 8 times 6 times 12, like that. And that number, you can just take the square root of. So if you take the square root now of both sides, this just becomes L times W times H. And then you take the square root of 8 times 6 times 12. And if you do, you get 24. And length times width times height represents the volume. That's how you figure out the volume of a prism. So number 10, the answer is 24, which is choice A.